graphics. I will be designing a flyer today in Photoshop, and I'll be designing it live on here. And then I guess the video will be under my live playlist. So you can come back later. I'll be giving tips, tutorials if you want to open up the Photoshop program with me. If you just want to watch and chill, I don't know if I can play music. So that's why I'm just vibing and talking. I got my hookah here, and we're gonna chill for a minute. And I'm gonna try to make this like a tutorial session for you. Um, like if you just are trying to get out of Canva and get into Photoshop. Okay, and this is also for people to look at because you can use Photoshop and you can use AI together, and the AI look nice, So I want to, and the flyer look nice with it being upgraded instead of saying, "Oh, this is an AI flyer." And um, please excuse the my detectors because I can't open the thing to put the battery in with both hands. I tried, I almost killed myself. That was not okay. So I can't. So yeah. So I'm a little injured. This is not a workout glove. This is injury I got. So what I'm gonna do is set this up, flip the camera so you guys can see how we can work. And I'm gonna like kind of walk you through some things so that you understand, how to move, right? Okay, so I'm going to flip the camera. Let me try to put this on something. There we go. This isn't too tall. It's tall enough. Okay, there we go. Oh, it says orientation is locked. Hold on. Oh, here we go. Okay. And then, okay, so I guess I have to do it this way then. Okay, so that's fine. It won't let me turn it so that it's perfectly fine. I'll just know for next time not to do it that way. So hopefully you all can see it. Here we go. It'll be better next time, trust me. This is really just the tester to see how we do, right? Okay, so I have to design a poetry slam flyer for Atlanta Pride weekend, and I know a lot of people, they're like, oh, especially with the guy that came out and with what was that guy's name? ASAP Rocky, and he advertised that he had got the flyer and everything else. Well, I have been the graphic designer for Atlanta Pride weekend for the last 20 years. Actually, I am the graphic designer there. Always have been, even from the beginning. I've been there with Mel and Tracks. So I know how to work within my parameters of not getting sued. So today, as you can see, this is the typical email of how she would lay it out, and this is how we execute it, right? So let's start with annual poetry slam R&B brunch. So it's the same info as last year, right? Only this year we have to make it a size that goes with the new Instagram. And from what I understand, Instagram has changed its sizes to 1080 times 1440, which is what I've been getting lately. So I put mine at 1080 1350, but if you want to put yours at 1080 1440, then be my guest. And excuse me if you come back to this and you want me to take more time to actually you know um sit here and get some things out to you and like take my time with it. Let me know. Like put in the questions and I can definitely come back to this. You know what I mean? Because yeah, I'm like really into this. Like I've been doing this. Like I said, I've been doing this 20 years. I had my business in 2008. I started by doing MySpace pages and got here. So what we're gonna do this time is we're gonna pretty much do the same thing. So this year's theme is homecoming. So Trax has a theme every year for Pride, and when you do large campaigns, they usually have themes. Okay, so this theme this year is homecoming. So we're going to pull some ideas for homecoming for a poetry slam. So if it's homecoming, it's gonna be a girl in let's see, I might have one on here. It could be a girl that is like in university. Okay, and so this is where we're going to work with other materials. Now later on in the day, I am going to do video editing. But video editing is a lot more tedious, and I don't know if it would be good content for anybody to actually look at. So yeah, and it's kind of like, okay, what am I talking about? For an hour. Um, so what we want to look at right here, and you'll see some of my files. I put this in my miscellaneous files, my downloads, and um, so you keep scrolling, keep scrolling, keep scrolling. So here we go. I have two pictures of girls in homecoming. Now this doesn't look that realistic, right? These were created in Firefly. So what I could do, check this out, right? So this is for a specific one. So let's say, no, not this, my bad. Hold on. This is for, what am I doing? Okay. So poetry slam brunch R&B, right? we oh my bad. It's going to kind of be similar. Not much is going to be different now. When it's the main flyer, it has to be a little bit technical. That is for the 8x5. So I do two sets of flyers. I do the 8x5s that are printed out, and I also do the web flyers as well. So if you go here on Photoshop, you can save your files, right? So I just want you to know that you can save your files. And I have everybody's files on my drive somewhere. So if you go and take a look, right? These how many pride flyers I did for mail over the years. Uh, I did one recently, and what we want to do is kind of, when you do a campaign, you kind of need to stick to the branding, meaning the logos need to be the same. Let's see, I think I did it last year. Grown Folks Takeover. Is that it? Nope. Hold on, let me keep going. The Booze Cruise. Here we go. This one is 2 years ago, so this is a little bit more recent. Okay, let's open this one. So this is what we're doing, right? You pull materials to get a feel for what the client wants. Because I haven't done this flyer in a year. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then now it's a homecoming theme. So looking at these flyers, it's really about, uh, yeah, let's try to, because she doesn't have a, now the question is, ooh, that is not what I wanted. Um, Hold on 1 second. Oop. Uh, Okay, my bad. So you go on here, right? And it's a homecoming theme now, hosted by PK Classic and Queen Sheba, right? So we need a picture of Queen Sheba, and since she didn't provide it to me, I basically gotta find it. So spoken soul icon Queen Sheba. This here we go. You see, that's usually her. This is her from last time. So let's find a good photo of her. So, oh, okay, this might be it, right? This is kind of cool, right? I like that. Let's stick with that, right? If they want to change it, then we'll change it. But I like that picture. We're gonna keep that, and so we can find it faster. Save image as, and what you do is you see right here. You now you know it's saved, right? Okay, so I don't want to do that since I know where it is. Or we could do a backup picture. This is a cool picture of her, but that's from 2024, so it's not really recent. You kind of want to get recent pictures because sometimes people will be like, oh, this isn't recent. Where'd you get this picture from? So you just want to be mindful of, what images. Make sure it's the right person too. You don't. The last thing you want to do is pull a picture. It's not the right person. I already have a picture of PK, so that's fine. So with this, I want to do a little different. These haven't really been on brand with the theme each year, but this year I want to stick with the theme. So with that being said, I do want to keep. So we have to keep the logos, right? Always keep your logos. And just drag, right? So always keep, and is the right? It's still at the. You see what I'm saying? Noon Starling Hotel. It's the same info. So you go, okay, Starling Hotel. You look and you find the layers, right? On the left hand side, can you see it? Find the layers, right? On this side, and you say, okay, well, you're looking for the Starling Hotel logo to drag over, because this is really a lot of the. See, she had the $1,000 grand prize on there. Starling Hotel Midtown, and let's bunch this all together so I'm not just taking a whole bunch. There we go. All right, all right. Yeah, we're gonna take all this with me. I'm gonna bunch this up and drag it. See, and then what you do is you just take all the. Oh, that did not happen the way I thought it would. Hold on. Let's do it. So you go to select all layers. You see, you're gonna select all layers. You're gonna go back to your character tab and just pick a font, and just pick a color. It'll adjust itself. See? Right? Easy peasy. Okay. So I got this down. Let's go ahead and move the presents over. One last thing I gotta do, right? Then let's move over poetry, slam, R&B, branch, do 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 do, and then we can work with it from there, right? Okay, so there you go. That it's boom. And with Mel, a lot of the times it's rush, meaning she wants it right then. But she's been allowing me time, especially with my injury. So I really do appreciate Mel because I really can't move as fast as I used to. You know what I'm saying? I'm very slow. I can't really click the clicker. My hand gets cramped very easily, and so this is like my physical therapy for today. I was allowed to work from home since I had physical therapy. So it was, I didn't have physical therapy this week, so I was allowed to work from home. So that's cool. Um, so yeah, I have to do the video editing for the charity, for the nonprofit that I work for sometimes. Um, Yeah, so if you guys want to see that, let me know. I can do the video editing for that. So with this, you go to save because you don't want to get caught up in doing a whole lot of work. And then next thing you know, you can't find it. Something happens or it crashes. Let's see. So, let's see. Okay, so we just got Queen Sheba, right? So we can cut this out. You know, it's pretty much basic. So this is Queen Sheba on the right. Um, this is a common picture that she has on there. So since this is already pre-approved and when we went back we didn't see any updated photos, I'm gonna keep this one. And this is pretty too. I may keep this. Okay. So, and for the advanced people, if you want a quick export to keep this in your back pocket later, I would definitely do that because you probably need this again. So might as well save it. Especially when you're doing your next flyer, might as well save it, especially if you need to manipulate it or whatever. We'll get to generative fill next also. I'm not gonna say too long designing this, as you can see, for a lot of reasons, but yeah, not only that, we just need to go ahead and get it done. So yeah. Let's see, general brunch tickets. Let's go ahead and pull that, and boom. So now we have the basic info on the flyer, right? Cool. It's the same 16th annual, da 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 da, such and such annual, da 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 da. So you drag these together, boom. It's some annual, right? So there, yeah, there you go. See, it's annual, and uh, you could do an overlay if you like, and depending on the color, whatever. We're just gonna do a rainbow overlay for now. And so let's kind of space this out, right? So if we take all this is in one group. So we're gonna go ahead and space some of this out. And I only want to keep that in here. I keep them grouped by areas. Some people keep them grouped by function or object. I'll do that sometimes, but nah, not all the time. Um, like this right here, right? This is grouped together, so I'm gonna go ahead and link it so I can get tired of dragging it. You know what I mean? So let's go ahead and put this right here, right? Oh, and you see these purple lines that come up? Hold on, let me see if I can make it bigger. So we can go ahead and cut this off, right? So you see these purple, let me see if I can drag it so you guys can see. You guys see these purple lines on the flyer? So the purple lines help you line up the flyer and know whether, see, this means I'm dead center on the flyer, right? So if I drag it up, eventually if I wanted to be dead center middle, boom, there it is right there. See? That's dead center middle or something like that. Yeah, that's what it looks like. But so boom, you need to follow the guides on the flyer. Of course, this is just a web flyer, so it don't really matter. Um, so we do and we don't need a person on this flyer, okay? But you do need a theme. So it's a poetry slam R&B brunch. And they're doing this at Starling Midtown. So let's look at Starling, right? Okay, nice place. Okay, I did the flyer like this last time. Okay. So yeah, let's work with this, right? So let's pull. You need a background that says the Starling Hotel, but also kind of screams poetry slam. Like you want it to be some type of design that you can work with. Not too far off based on what they had before. So what you can do is like this. Now, me personally, I like this one. um, and I like the color. I also like this one. Let's go with this one today, y'all. So, right, this one is Atlanta Magazine. So when you're using files, of course, I don't own this file. I don't, but I'm not using the raw file to make money off of, which is why these companies don't usually go after graphic designers because it's like, dude, I'm not even like you should be happy I'm showcasing your shit, real talk. But anyway, um, no, a lot of times it's when you get done manipulating it, it doesn't even look the same most of the times. I'm gonna be honest with you, I could actually quite possibly do this in my sleep. Um, I really could. Let me bring these files up so you guys can see how I'm manipulating the flyer. So you just pull these flyers up, create a duplicate, flip it. Then what you do is you pull right here, boom, right? You create yourself a base, right? So that's cool. Okay, boom. So now you got a nice little setup, right? So you just need to see how to fill in the rest of it. So go up here. This is kind of dark, so we want to brighten this up. So when you grabbing the edges, make sure this is clicked, the link is clicked. That way you can scale it properly because nothing irritates me more than when something is not scaled properly. So when you don't scale something properly, that screams you don't know what you're doing. So please, for the love of God, scale through the corners with the link on there. If you're not, uh, basically experience with yeah, the scaling. They used to be smaller nowadays. People aren't that big on the presents. This is just supposed to be designed to look grown and sexy. What is this year? 19th annual, see? So 19th annual. Okay, so we're gonna keep it like that. And instead of making it, so I have pre-styles in here as you can see. So people are like, oh, this is Chat GPT. No, it's not. I'm just that fine, actually. Um, but I'm about to show you how to incorporate ChatGPT in just a little bit while. And I actually don't use ChatGPT. Sometimes I do and I don't. Sometimes I use Firefly as well or Gemini. It just depends on what the project is. But right now, I want to be able to see some things. So yeah, I'm gonna keep it like that. Am I gonna keep this here? Um, you see, I'm trying to find a purple line. Boom, and just drop it. It's always on a Sunday. I believe the Sunday is the 9th this year. Boom. You see what I'm saying? So then what you do is this is where the fun comes in, right? So you go where's that thing at? Nope, not this. So we need to make this look cool down here, right? Um so we got the time, we got the date. Okay, cool. Delete that. We don't need that on there. Yeah, the time. We got the date. So technically, I could leave that right there. Leave this right here. Put the host Kina Shiba. Blah blah blah. Okay, so this is where we're gonna stop at, right? So I'll say, let's take this. We're gonna merge the layers, right? So I can't do it with my other fingers. I don't have no power in them. I tried, but it doesn't. I tried, but yeah. Uh, so we gonna do it this way, right? So we're gonna go and we can flip one more time, right? See, see how cool that is? Yeah, yeah, very, very, very cool. And then what you do is merge those layers again, right? And then we're going to find a color scheme. So let's go with, ouch, 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 ouch. We're going to go with, actually, you know what? I didn't have to do that. We're going to just do a color overlay, right? You see how different that looks? So we're going to keep it that color. I actually like it that color, right? So I think that looks fine. I think it brings out the color scheme. I think that's dope. Poetry slam, R&B brush. Okay, and we're gonna do. So we're gonna come back to here, right? And then instead we're gonna take off the gold because now the gold don't look right, right? So we gotta do it like that. You're gonna do a color overlay again, right? See how different that looks? Okay, and then you got the Starland Hotel. I can't find that doggone logo again. I don't know why I keep losing it. Oh, there it is. Okay, so you see how it's in gray, right? So all you gotta do is put invert. When you put invert, see how that flip? Now it's brighter. Just go to brightness, contrast. Boom. See? Boom. This. So now we just gotta put in the information for her, right? Because we don't want Mel or anybody else to feel like they got any AI done, especially for Pride Weekend. So we're gonna avoid that at all costs. Um, I don't want anybody to say that, and it's my reputation on the line for sure. Um, yeah. Now I might go with green. Let me see what green looks like, right? Cause that green was fire. And see, this is linear burn, but if I do multiply, now what do y'all think? Y'all like multiply better? Yeah, that overlay doesn't look good. That's kind of okay. Mm, no. Mm, mm, no. See, you guys would think this was in ChatGPT if I did some shit like that. And this is just regular graphics. Okay, so let's go with. That's too dark for me. Yeah, I don't like none of that. Let's do. mm, Hmm. Let's keep it that color. I actually like that. Yeah, we're gonna keep it that way. Okay. And then what I want to do at the bottom is we're gonna take a sample of this green color. Get a good sample of it. Let's see, like a true green. We're gonna create a blank layer. All right, and then click your brush. You're gonna do like this. You're gonna do it right up to here, cause that's cool, right? Okay, and boom, you created your background. Okay, boom, easy peasy. My bad, y'all. So this is pretty much, this is a lot of this is done already. Um, so I'm going to continue to work on this because we gotta add other things. So let's go ahead. Let's continue to work, right? So poetry slam, R&B brunch, right? But I want to make the background filled with people. Okay. So, well, actually, I don't have to for Pride. I don't have to do anything else. This flyer is actually almost done. Let me go ahead and put, cause this is a grown and sexy flyer. This isn't one of them flyers that have to be doing too much. Um, my concern is just doing something that looks nice. Okay, here we go. Yeah. And you see where I missed that spot down there, so you just fill it right like that. Okay. And let's see. So what I might do, it says make the 1K grand prize stand out. So 1,000 grand prize, right? So that's all the same. See, general brunch tickets. That's the same. Poet. See, you gotta add that. Can't forget the contact info. That's the biggest issue. Um, let's see. That was on 72. You gotta make that real small. My bad again, y'all, for the smoke detectors. Let's just say Oat Reggie. Oh, poet. Okay, yeah, you guys got to proofread. Well, I don't proofread too much, but if I see it, if I notice something's off, I will correct it. I'm not just gonna leave it messed up like that. That's kind of that would be weird and create more work for myself. So I would never do something like that. So basically, they want. So what I want to do is create a area, something like this. So I will go here. Um, you can go to ChatGPT. Now I'm gonna use a basic ChatGPT. I'm not gonna show you the one that I specifically trained my personal Scorpio's graphics. We're not gonna look at that one. We're gonna look at okay. So I believe this is the free one. Let's see. My bad. Let's see. Create. Why isn't it? It's not letting me type. Hold on. Yeah, I just want to let me type. It's taking it a while. Mm, come on now. Come on. There we go. Okay, so create. Like I said, I probably can't feel it on the clicker. Create a. My hand's starting to cramp up now. So create a. Rise many more. Call out PNG. Or you could say call out PNG for a poetry slam. You can say earth tones, realistic. I always add that, right? Mm, high resolution. Okay, and then be sure to put solid fonts, right? Solid fonts only. Okay, and you're gonna do the size. You're gonna put 3, 4. Okay, now this is just the basic version. So I'm just using it to design little stuff. Like I use it to design objects, stuff for Redbubble, stuff for whatever, Twitter, whatever trends or social media I may have. Let's see. Yep. Oh, okay. It's still getting it good. Okay. I'm about to probably get off when it gets to an hour. I know you guys probably not gonna want to see it by then, but hopefully you learned a lot. Um, of what I was showing you with the overlays, with the flyer, how it ends up getting designed. But you can see how it takes so long to do. Mm, that's actually not bad. It took a long time for me to click that. Let's see. Okay, so go back here. Uh, we want to look for. I thought we was gonna look for one. Say, hold on. Thought it downloaded. Okay, so this is alright. I don't mind that. Actually, I do. Let's go remove. Okay, let's switch hands. I'm so frustrated. Or is just ChatGPT not working? Probably. So in the free one, I believe you do one edit, or maybe not. Either way, we'll still keep it like this. I can edit it as I go. So let's just say we take this, right? Boom. So, okay, my bad. Take this. She wanted this to be featured, right? So that's what we're gonna do. So it was supposed to make a transparent it was okay. Yeah, it was supposed to be a transparent PNG. Uh, Hmm, what are we gonna do, right? Because here's the thing. Well, hold on. It's fine, but it needs to be edited. And it's not gonna be edited. Looks like. You see what I'm saying? Like I'm trying to edit it. So let's try something else, right? Let's do it like this. I'm gonna keep that. I'm gonna go to Firefly, which I get through Adobe. And we're just gonna do basic. I don't need this to be advanced, right? You put this right here. And then you can include change the aspect ratio to square. Change it to photo. And then, so you want to use a reference, right? Go to your device. Let's see. You should be able to find it pretty easy. Let's see. Mm, no, not that one. Mm, there it is. There we go. And then you can put transparent PNG. This uses one credit, so you're straight. But I'll show you how it works a little bit differently than all the other ones, though. So you see, Firefly, it's cool, but it takes too much to get it right. You see what I'm saying? If I use Gemini, see, I'm changing it to use the free ones. Um, if I use this for, um, what am I gonna do here? Let's see. Okay, well, we gonna make it work, right? Okay, we gonna make it work. Did I? Okay, yeah. Here we go. Let me bring this back up. So what you do is bring this forward, right? Well, as much as you can. Here we go. Lower the size, and then boom. See how I cut out all that crap in the background? Now I can just boop. Wrong way. And you just cut it out. Okay. Just drag it. And if you can't drag it, just wait. Let's see. We gonna make this green. We gonna make this green. Nah. Overlay. Yep. I like this one instead. So we're gonna do it like this. Now this may or may not fly. Might not keep this. Let's see. Um. Okay, let's do it like this, right? Let's go here. Make this smaller. Right. Okay, that looks cool. That looks cool. That was cool. Okay. Yeah, tilt it a little bit, you know. Mhm. I like that. We're gonna keep that like that. Mm. Then we have to add PK, right? I'm still here we go. I got everybody but her. Hold on. Where did mm, so yep, AI couldn't help that time. So you look up DJ PK Classic. There we go. Alright, I know who I'm looking for. So hmm. This might be now, of course we're doing this and a lot of times the promoter will cut back and give you pictures. I didn't get any pictures. I thought I did, but it doesn't look like I didn't. Yeah. Let me see, 'cause if I did the other one and it's got PK on there, let's see. Oh, never mind. Here she go, right here. Right. So you take this off, and you go boom right here, boom. Right. So this is kind of small, but I can put it right here. Mm, let's see. Let's move it. Um, actually, let's move it here. We're gonna keep her over here by herself, right? Yeah, we're gonna keep her by herself. Okay, matter of fact, let's move her up. And then we're gonna have this overlay like that. Yes, that looks fine. Wait, is this? Hold on. Okay, so I have a full picture too. So that, see, now I got a whole full pic that I can use and cut again. So like people be thinking, oh, you use AI. No, I don't, motherfucker. I can, but I don't. But and like when you do objects like that, it's not gonna show up in on Instagram. It's not gonna show up on Threads as AI just because I removed the background. You see what I'm saying? I removed the background with just select subject, find the objects. It'll find the objects for you and select it for you. Um, let's see. What do I want to put at the bottom? At the bottom, we can just do. Let's see. It's supposed to be poetry slam, so you can always do the. Let's see. This one. Right? So you can always do the paper at the bottom, which that is paper, just so you know. I know a lot of people be like, what is that at the bottom? It's paper, right? It's a poetry slam. Use your imagination. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. So you can just easily, what you do is put the photo filter on it, turn it up. Well, see, against white, that ain't gonna work. I bet. Just color it. Like, I like this one. Well, this one. Let's see. You can kind of put this over here. So if you put this small, right, you got the writing up at the top. So you can put it in. Yeah, let's see, how do we do this? Right? Okay. Let me figure this out. So you don't want to use too many different kind of fonts, right? So keep the fonts kind of all the same if you can. This is Baba Kai. I didn't even know it. This is how you know it's old. I didn't even know we were still using that font. So you just grab this, click the top, go to Baba Kai. Okay. We're gonna make this small. So there you go, right? Boom. See? And then right there, you all good pretty much. You can put on here general brunch tickets or you can break it up. Um, remember you got all this space now because you don't have, where's that thing at right here? There you go. You see what I'm saying? Boom, that's done. You come here, you say, okay, hosted by Icon Soul Queen Sheba, right? So she needed a place for her stuff to go. So there you go. All of this can be shortened, not down to regular size, right? That's easy. Boom. We almost there. And I got time to eat again. Why you playing? You gonna make this real small, cause it don't need to be that big, but since it's small you can make it bold. And there you go. You do this, you gotta fix the line though. You see how the space is right there? So you gotta fix the space. It's important. And my hand is getting tired, so I gotta wrap this up. But yeah, you need some space in between this and this, right? So to create the space, you're gonna do what? Add some space, not that one. You're gonna go down a little bit. That's the wrong one. Okay, my bad. So see, you just go back, you click that. All right. And see, this is at 9, but the font is at 11, so you need to get this like really like to 10. Okay. You just got a little bit of breathing room, right? So now that's lined up with this. So now I got space to put her. You see what I'm saying? So I put brunch vibes with the. So it's got to be the same size. It can't be bigger than the feature. Remember, you can't do that. You can't make it the same size as the feature. So you just go boom, um, right? So there you go. Okay, just line it up. Line it up. Always gotta line it up. See? Always gotta line it up. And then, so people might think this is chaotic, but actually this is lined up properly. Um, but for conversation's sake, that is really bothering me. So just gonna move it to like right here. See? So we're gonna have one right here and one right there. Okay, and then we're gonna put here general brunch tickets. So wait, make sure we got everything right. Okay, we got everything. Then yeah, there we go. See how that flows with the overall design? See? Okay. And then take this, you go like that. Put a little hashtag. Okay. Redo the font. Click up at the top. Redo the font. Right? And just resize. That's all you're doing. Easy peasy. We almost done. See, we did a whole flyer. I bet you guys thought it was gonna take forever. You can really do it. I'm gonna be honest. I'm dragging this out for y'all, but to be honest, I could have did this flyer in 30 minutes. I'm not even gonna hold you. Um, but it's only because I've been doing this for so long. Um, yeah, I could have did this in like 30 minutes. But I hope you guys could understand what I was doing and kind of go behind and be like, hey, I understand. I see this in your own way. You can kind of go back and do some of the things that I do. And like, hey, even with layers, you can send it to the back. You don't have to do all that work, you know? And then you take off where's that damn logo? And see, this is why labeling your layers is good also. That's just the old school thing, but labeling your labels is definitely good. Um, Where's that damn logo? Here it is. So you just hit clear style, right? And then boom, it goes back to normal. Um, this is still bothering me. This brunch with PK Classic. I don't know why. It's just really not in a good place. Okay, so let's put it right here. Here we go. And then what is this? Okay, so I did that. So instead of making it this color, there we go. We're gonna make it that color, right? And then boom, we good. So then you made these a different color. Okay, brunch vibes. And hers need to be highlighted. Oh, so what you do is you take away some of the spatial awareness off of that. You see how that looks, right? And then because her color is off, this layer down here, this blue layer, it doesn't blend. So what you do is you go to auto color, right? And then boom, it blends it in auto tone. Boom, now she has a green color. Go to auto contrast. It's going to change it one more time. And then I am going to add a high saturation and then a warm filter to it. It kind of makes it green, kind of not. There's only so much I could do. But boom, there's your flyer. Yeah. I don't think I missed anything. Um, and to be honest with you, I might move this to this side. You feel me? Like, oh, that's what I was supposed to do. I was supposed to add some stuff for the brunch. So what we're gonna do is you gotta add some stuff for the brunch. Add brunch stuff. So I got some brunch flyers that I've used in the past. Let's see. You kind of want to use like brunch stuff. You know what I mean? So like you need like pancakes, waffles, mimosas, stuff like that. Let's see. Here we go. This is cute. Let's see if I can use. Well, no, I can't do it because that one. That one doesn't have mimosas on it. Let's see if I can find another one, guys. I know I got them. Here's one right here I can use. Let's use this one, huh? See if this works out. Yeah, I can use this. Okay. So this is what you do. You go right here, and you go boom. See? Scale, like I told you. Scale, baby, scale, scale, baby, scale, scale, baby, scale. See? And it doesn't work for you. All done. And then you can take another, open this back up. You can take another, let's see. I need a big mimosa. So you can take a big mimosa right here. You see how this is? And you can just go, just, see? So you just go bam. And, hold on, sorry. I went too far back. So see, right there. There, boom, it's done. Hey, yeah, oh, wow, yeah. Oh, yeah, this is nice. Yep, that's it. Boom, flyer done. Yeah, this looks nice. Like I said, I've done this for years, like literal years, and yeah, I still love doing it. Like it never gets old. It really doesn't. It never gets old. I do it so naturally now. It doesn't like I could do this in my sleep. Like I used to do it in my sleep. It was definitely one of them things that I was doing so much. Like I got so popular and so big thanks to Mel. I always give Mel her appreciation for, putting me on and everything. So yeah. Um I hope y'all check out this R&B brunch. If you need a flyer design, fuck with me. Yeah, this is it, y'all. Peace. You hit save. Don't forget to save. Hit export and always save your media if you're not printing. Now listen up, guys. If you are not printing, save them in PNG format. If you are printing, save them in JPEG format. Okay, and really save them in PDF format, but JPEG if you can. Okay. All right. Save and boom. You are done. Peace out, y'all. Bye.